Всем привет, с вами Рухара, и сегодня продолжаем разбираться в Zero Parades. Вчера буквально совсем немножко с вами посмотрели на нее. Даже толком. Ну, не то, что прям совсем ничего не успели сделать, но по сути немножко с нашим вторым напарником повзаимодействовали, которого обнулили. И нашли, возможно, информатора. Но это не точно. Потому что мотивы нам пока что его непонятно. Можно ему доверять или нет тоже. Ответа у нас нет. Так, ну и закончили мы на том, что прошли на этот черный базар.
The world moved on behind your back. A silk number 3, the old silk factory, once the pounding heart of the city. Now its walls are layered with past identities, a patchwork. Pseudopod had a purchase order from a vendor called Carmuna. She must be in here somewhere.
Темпо. Темпо это кто?
Excuse me, can you take a look at this?
The young woman turns from the store with party wigs and beads. Her hood a burrow, she the mouse within. The photograph shows a robust man well into his 60s. He is unremarkable save his eyes.
Have you seen him before? Have you? Mi viejo, my dad. He's been missing a few days. Right, I should have started with that, I guess. His name's Eno Klantz.
She's fading. No sleep. 3, maybe 4 days now.
He's kind of forgetful sometimes. Not a lot, but I'm just worried.
She raises her hand to bite her nails. A new habit. They're bleeding.
No, I mean, that's the most likely scenario, right? Ugh, this is...
Embarrassment isn't the problem. A much darker feeling is trying to claw its way into our consciousness.
My dad developed this insane theory about the payphone to the western exit of the bazaar.
И вот, понимаете, не зря я поговорил с этим тогда, с рабочими. Теперь мы знаем про линию чудес и можем сразу же в этом диалоге использовать линию чудес. Собственно, поэтому надо всегда говорить со всеми.
No,
Только так можно вытянуть информацию.
Dad thought certain words said into the right phone gets your attention from the wrong people. He was convinced Enter was behind it all.
Видите? И как бы и квест получили, а всего лишь могли просто сказать, ну не видели, и уйти. В итоге много новой информации, квест, опыт, очко навыков.
Dad and his friend Gilmar were big into conspiracies. They were obsessed with the reality situation. They really bought all that stuff. Bagman did an episode on them, and so Gilmar started following random people, thinking they were from the bank. Not long after, he roped my dad into it. Guys in expensive business suits, usually. Foreign accents, verbally abusive, and tight with their money. Like normal rich guy stuff. Hitting up the bars and shouting abuse at the local drunks. And then they disappeared into penthouses where they couldn't be followed. Miriajo did, but Gilmar stayed out. And then he called my dad around. He'd overheard something and was explaining it.
Как
when
будто бы он
the call
услышал
just
то,
cut
чего
off.
не
My
стоит
dad went by
прям
his house
блокировать,
the
да?
next day, but Gilmar wasn't there. Yeah. He looked for Gilmar for 2 weeks. Reported him missing to the GMs.
Why would Emter care about a couple of impressionable old men?
Вот как будто бы второй вариант, да.
A couple days ago, he stopped by the stall to bring me lunch. Then he said he was going to make a call. I wasn't nervous at first. I figured there was no risk of it.
Washing out the container that carried homemade rice and beans. Glancing out the window. Don't look at the clock. Don't look. Don't.
No. I mean, he just can't leave
Понятно.
things alone when he gets an idea into his head.
Что со звуком только влем наушники? Хороший вопрос. Сейчас, подожди, проверю. По идее, все нормально должно быть. Так. Это не должно быть нормально. Микро конкретно. Так. Сейчас я гляну. Так, есть предположение. Вот так, по идее, должно быть нормально. Так, теперь у меня смол звук только в правом ухе. Интересно. Только у меня не микроигры. Прикольно. Чё? Стримы нормально. Так, ну я понял. Случайно на этом, на своей аудиокарте задел. В какое ухо выводить микрофон. Так. Я не спорю, все равно прислала.
They seem pretty random. Cousins, moon, reunion. I guess. When he tried to tell me, I wasn't really paying attention to him. He had those written down on a pad in his bedroom. He told me not to say them if I used the phone. It all sounded so silly. Anyway,
Окей.
you want a wig? I hear they make you fun at parties. Why?
Knuckles white as she balls them into fists.
Really? You're not going to try to make a call or anything, right?
Конечно, нет. Позвони,
Окей.
естественно.
It's the phone by the western entrance to the bazaar.
Телефон, окей. Так. Теперь про короля.
Yeah, he came by. Nice man. Talked a lot about socks. He was, normal. Pretty forgettable, if I'm honest. I told him, unless your socks are mismatched and neon colored, I'm not much use to you. Not really. Wandered off into the bazaar.
Looking you
Mm,
straight in the
полезно.
eyes. Sympathetic.
What do you mean, something's happened? Did he use the phone? Oh, well, at least you have that.
Ну ладно.
Sorry. Yeah, I was kind of distracted when he showed up.
Wigtopiary, plastic tiaras, novelty sunglasses.
Возможно, мне это когда-то
Behind it
понадобится,
all, you
чтобы
see an
это,
oddly familiar shape.
маскировку
The tailored
купить.
shoulders, the sharp collar, the cape, but nothing like the other costume pieces around it.
It's a carabinero outfit.
Carabineros are Portofiero's sanctioned police investigators. They report directly to the Prefectura and deal in actual crime. Murder, grand larceny, rape.
That'd be illegal. Second-hand surplus warehouse in Lower Viudas was closing down a while back.
Still not a yes. She's nervous, looking away. Could get a discount out of it.
Look, I have to make some profit. I can't go much lower.
Окей.
Nice.
О, минус тревожность, кайф. Только я не знаю, зачем мне это. В смысле, сам плащ. Но зато тревожность снизил.
The whole set's back here. Just let me know if you're interested. Thanks for stopping.
Я думаю, с ним пока закончили. В целом, хороший разговор. Квестик, единственное, у меня вопрос. Вот я получил очко навыка. И чё? А чё на мне еще 2 часа? А, бессонница. Понятно. Или бодрость, подожди. Бодрость, бессонница. Непонятно. Так. Кстати, не вижу очков навыка полученных. Ладно.
She's going to melt his head.
On the TV, A giant wolf-like creature. Dangerous, mythical, electrifying. Shh. Suddenly, the beast roars and light
Ecstatic wolf is awake.
LED lights are distributed evenly along the blade. Durable PVC hilt with textured grip.
Мальчик набрал заказал себе импортный игрушечный меч с подсветкой. А зачем? Какие этот квест получил?
It's from the best show ever. 66 wolves. They make
The Loons, once a powerful empire, now reconstituted as a modern techno-fascist state. The rising military and cultural power of the day.
is about a girl who has 66 chambers in her heart, and each one contains a wolf. And the wolves come out.
And the wolves have sick weapons and really cool attacks. This is Pathos Wolf's flaming claymore. Yeah, my auntie brought it back with her from a trip.
Everyone loves it. Some of
Notice that the broadcast is in Mercian, not Lusian, dubbed for a foreign audience.
The music man, he hates the show and so he won't order the audio discs.
A neurotically organized stall, about 10 meters west. A morose man stands there obsessively cleaning a disc-like object.
Yeah, him.
A man of strong opinion that he's not afraid to shout about, even to children.
well, maybe he should stop.
He says he won't sell the music discs because it would poison our brain with sonic excrements. Well, maybe. But it won't change his mind because he's a loser.
But we barely told you anything. We can tell you everything about 66 wolves. So you can just ask, okay?
So many. There's the weapons and...
Trying
Не знаю
not
вообще,
to
зачем мне
lose
эта
count of
информация,
all the
конечно.
cool stuff it doesn't have.
But the best are the drinking cups. Everyone wants those. Special. What do you mean? You can drink from them.
Да, я только
That's
думаю.
a
And they look like wolves. 66. You know, like the wolves.
We've only seen the ones from the redemption arc. Well,
The redemption arc has 6 cups.
О,
There's Tyrant
Это
Wolf,
collectibles.
Classic Wolf, Dream Wolf, Critical Wolf, Stubborn Wolf. Alright. So, what now? My sword? But
Let's be logical. Whoever needs it more. Why would you take this from him? He clearly treasures the toy.
how long? Maybe that's not so...
не знаю,
our
зачем мне
aunt
меч,
got
но
it for
почему
him
нет?
for his birthday. He can't just give it to you. If you want it, then it has to be fair. With honor. When Dreadwolf met with the legendary Smith Kuro of the Grey Fang tribe, Dreadwolf didn't have coin.
The Phantasmal Stiletto. It's so...
So you have to offer something big. Or else it's not fair and he keeps the sword.
8%. Капец. Это что с усилением 19. Ну, кстати, белая проверка можно перебросить.
The children ignore.
Я говорю, я не знаю, зачем мне меч, но с шансом 8% я точно хочу попробовать ее залутать.
Wolf time.
Вот так вот. Вчера шансом 58, не могу, сегодня шансом 8% с первого раза.
But tell it in a language they can believe in.
know all the wolves. That's not one of them.
Первый или третий?
Cool. But if she has a power, that must mean she has a curse.
Понимаю.
Wow. So how can she get rid of the curse? Killing all the angels.
Tell us, tell us. A weapon to break the curse.
Slowly, with great care, the boy lifts up his sword and hands it to you.
I hope it helps.
Я говорю, я не знаю, зачем мне это меч, но раз уж мог получить, то почему нет?
The children ignore you.
Посмотрим, что он дает. Где он? Вот что ли. Хладнокровие, закулисье, воля партии. Ну, кстати, хорошо. Ну, что такое? А, нет, плюс-минус я увидел сначала два минуса, такой, ничего, только минусы дает. В общем, и за кулисье тоже минус. А, потому что у меня что-то одето. Блин. А как? А, понял. Технофлекс. Стинкты. Чертежи. Братва. Лоферы. Лоферы одобряем. Так, ладно. Пока так. Что с ним поговорить нельзя?
The man gazes down at a crate of cartridge, a box of little nemesis.
Mass-produced excrement. These animals pleasure themselves in it. Those smears near the optical pickups? That's not damage. You see this? Each one guaranteed for 10,000 replays. Obscene. At least you had the...
Так, персонализм.
Well, let's get to it.
Ну, 41, ну, это уже лучше. 27. Минус 1 пустая трата времени. Почему? Ладно. Так, и сколько мне надо было? Неважно, успех.
Elitists like this come in two varieties: audiophile or cultural nostalgic. This man is definitely the latter.
That's right. Most people can't tell the difference between a base pleasure and a higher one. Forgive me, friend. I'd mistaken you for a common replayer.
This is the highest compliment he's paid to anyone in my...
Too much to ask, I expect.
Так,
You're
все,
a
мы его все
fellow
расположили, теперь можно его распрашивать.
aficionado.
Einzeltone. No entries found. And no point trying to pretend.
Согласен.
One of a fast
А то сейчас
fading few.
неправильно отвечаем что-нибудь.
Go ahead, browse away. My name's Petre. If you need anything, I'll be here, lamenting what's left of the culture.
Ну, кстати, можно про отца Малена спросить.
Is he? I'm not surprised. That fool and his friend. That TV show. Idiot with a bag on his
Про то,
head.
что
Your
они
record
верили во
stopped
всю
for
херню.
hysterical
Справедливо.
laugh. The old fool was always regurgitating whatever he had heard on there the next day. It's no wonder it eventually led him into trouble. Einzeltone X. To give it its proper title. The
Не знаю, что
apex
это.
of auditory technology. A high fidelity yet dynamic sonic experience that self-effaces after a single play. Correct. It erases acid plays. The inherent idea being of some say
Что за
that was the
коллекция?
intention behind the red color scheme. A warning. So you, with Einzeltone XR, the first time is the... I judge you to be a woman of culture.
The vendor's eyes narrow behind his orange.
This is a media store, not the missing persons division. Also,
The Guardian Municipal. He pruned the conversation forcefully, artificially. There is more.
I try. So most of humanity fades into an indistinguishable. This colleague, what does it look like? This is so
Я же говорю, расположили,
Dialectical
теперь можно
looking
его
glass.
допросить.
Era of advanced virginity. Yes, he came by here.
Маленький
Communist lost, adrift among the many wonders of the free market. Not viewed it might be a stretch. Let's just say the man was definitely mobile. Your dialectical friend mistook himself for some sort of big money businessman. He wanted the bazaar to import superblock hosiery.
Making inroads with his persona. Competent in theatre. At least for this period. He needed you.
Of course not. I don't sell socks. So is he alright, your man? Or what? He's probably neck deep in drug-lathered prostitutes, lobotomized by the latest in electro...
The vendor gauges you behind his coloured lens. All across the city of Petra, there is
I'll be blunt. Are you with a weeping eye?
Откуда?
the techno-fascist secret police of Lelouch. Dark subconscious of the state. Specialising in all... And so, the depressed reactionary is mistaking you for your direct opposite. Your sworn enemy.
Not immediately. Could be a cheap knockoff, though. The weeping eye sheds many tears, as they say. This isn't paranoia at work. My point is, your colleague was asking questions. Now, something's obviously happened, and here you are, also asking questions. Given the current climate, no one wants to answer these questions. I'll tell you what I told your sock friend. Speak to the boat down by the vest docks. He's the one who knows the underground goings on around here. We're just the vendors. The cool one.
In his baroque
Мне кажется, это
hierarchy
тот
of
самый
shame,
чувак, с которым мы уже
being
говорили.
cool falls
Который
just
такой, я
under
достану
being a
все,
rich
что
player,
угодно,
whatever that
если
is.
попросить.
Excessive sunglasses. Relaxed aura, likely on.
Хотя нет, он был не на лодке.
Wonderful. Now for all of you. If you want to talk media formats, I'm your man. This other stuff. Picture a dog that shits, then eats it, then shits again.
Понятно.
People are what they consume. I'll say no more.
It's less an opinion, more a criminal sentence.
There's no sense in hating baser life forms. They know not what they do. Still, we persevere. Or at least we persevere to persevere. Only doctor I know is Hugo. Has a houseboat not far from here. Maybe not. The bazaar is closed.
Так, ну что, нужные сведения мы получили. В целом, как будто бы это было даже проще, чем я думал. Так, куда я пошел? Хрен его знает, да? А, в доке типа.
The Guardia Municipal officer is intensely scratching at his neck.
Hola, miss. Hope there's a reason you've stopped an officer while he's on duty. Socks are the one thing I don't need. Too many elderly relatives for that. Officer Morito, agente coordinador for the Guardia Municipal. Do you need help with anything? How bad does it look?
Сейчас тоже втераемся в доверие сначала.
Scaly reliefs and cracked plates, like some diseased armor.
Shit, I knew it. I hope it's not the topical bore repellent I've been using. Instructions said to apply. Guess that's what I get for trying to keep the peace with these boars running around. You're lucky then. We've been dealing with an infestation for weeks. Back ways are full of them. It used to be a seasonal problem. Every autumn some adults would come down bold and hungry. But lately it's more of a permanent residency. The hills up north as far as I've heard. Valle de Suspiro. You've got... At best they're a nuisance. The little ones are fine, but the adults could take off a kneecap if you're not careful. And then there's the real... They don't seem so bad if they're alone. But they're never alone. Get 5 or...
Надо быть осторожным.
100, 150 kilos? Easy. Enough to stop a tuk-tuk going full speed. But even they got nothing. Massive. Furs all matted. Covered in scars, territorial too. Preys on drunks, stumbling back from Party Alley. Tusks Claws, knives, bullets. Take your pick. Every few years, some brave moron tries to take her down, but she stands undefeated. Wait, you're kidding, right? A lot of people live here. You know, this place burned down a couple of decades back. You may want to avoid jokes about that. You back away, slowly. If you get a whiff of it charging, find something to climb if you can. And then, come find me.
Так, ну, вроде более-менее.
The kid's still showing that photograph to anyone walking by, is she?
A tinge of affection.
She tell you about the whole payphone thing too? The one her dad was obsessed with. It's nonsense, if you ask Marita. Marita really feels for the kid, you know? Fucking Ina. Filling her head with this shit. Not well, but I've known her a long time. Eno used to bring her here as a toddler. Yeah, Eno's gone. Him and his other fuck-up buddy Gilmar.
But not dead, he reckons, by the way his face curdles.
These two fancied themselves detectives. Figure these two just ran off, leaving the kid to deal with their mess.
Почему?
Not at the same time. That'd be too obvious. Eno reported...
That's a lot of skepticism around report.
Way I see it, they started planting the phone story weeks ahead of time. Got two theories. Debts is the obvious one, of course. It'd make sense. 80% of all disappearances are debt-related. The other 20's mostly divorces, especially when a boat's involved. The academy, part of the training. Now, if it's not debts, then we're clearly two men, yeah? Old friends, close friends, detecting together. Whoa there. No need to get explicit. I don't need the image in my head.
Ну, про таксофоны понятно, что они даже не рассматривали.
Don't need to dwell on this sad mess.
As you step away, the GM returns to...
Так, ну чуть больше по этому делу узнали. Тоже хорошо, я считаю.
This is the one. The payphone that makes people disappear. A giddy feeling rises in you as the payphone receiver. You hang up the phone.
Сейчас попробуем. Я что там еще какой-то район открыл? Задворки. Угу. Окей.
You step into the booth and press the receiver of the phone that makes people... You hear only the reverberate. Still half hoping for something to happen. You hang up the...
Ну, может быть, пропаду потом.
A filthy flyer glued to the wall. A row of bespectacled men stare into the middle distance, while in their midst a lone figure looks towards the viewer. A man with a brown paper bag on his head. The Sub-Commandant A salutes you. The People's Bureau of Entertainment. Hold on. You know what could use a little more? That big blank wall next to your bed. It's been adhered to the wall with blue reusable adhesive. Sticky, easy for quick installation and removal. You're able to... A dusty and disused storefront, closed with a metal shutter. Above, a faded sign names the building, the Animal Zone. Carl was here. M plus Y, heart. Unstoppable trade forever.
Жестко присудок.
Marito is a... You lift the shutter gently. Around you, scattered pairs of eyes watch as you jiggle the shutter. Too many come back at night. Won't find enough. You turn away from the...
Так, вот тревожность, конечно, я зря получил. Ну ладно.
Refreshments are lined up like brightly colored soldiers. The refreshments...
Пока меня отсюда не выгнали.
The man doesn't react or turn as you approach. Don't look now, but you can see through the metal floor, all the way down.
You've come a long way. Fortunately, you just about compensate.
I'm being punished. My employer has placed... I'm a safety inspector, watching the lines. As you might have noticed, this pylon is under construction, technically. It's my role to ensure the lines and pylons are all built according to code. And this line?
Line 9. The same line the man by the aerotram station was told to wait for.
Then they would be waiting a very long time.
A cruel joke, most likely.
Where to start? This pylon's angle deviated more than expected as the concrete set. Hazardous near water. Shouldn't have skimped on materials. Then there are the clearance issues. The party alley rooftops are higher than the building department's official records. I could falsify my reports and declare Line 9 safe for construction anyway, or I could quit. Either way, the company can't lose. What else is left to do? Fortunately, this spot lends itself to reflection. Contemplating my punishment helped me see how...
The question is, can you live with your own?
Perhaps.
Так. И будем пробовать рулить.
You've come back.
Whatever thoughts you tried to summon are carried away by
Теперь
the
доступен
wind
сон.
whistling through the metal.
You've come back.
Понятно. Так, мне надо минимум 10 выбросить.
You've come back.
What?
То есть это минимум. 4 на первом должна быть. Все, что ниже, уже сразу
You've come back.
неудача.
What?
В принципе, с таким шансом не удивлен.
You've come back. You've come back.
Да, бля. Максимально близко было.
You've come back.
Ясно.
What?
You've come back.
Да, бля. Давай уже прокни.
You've come back.
What?
Да. Ох, что-то
You've come back.
ДНД, да?
Whatever.
You've come back.
Так, ну это уже повтор пошел.
You've come back.
О, десятка.
Some questions don't require thought, but the opposite. Quiet the conscious mind, and the answer comes naturally.
Fantastic. What is it?
Тут пусть будет
To be
первое.
surrounded by those you know and whom you've allowed to know you. The pylon man turns his head ever so slightly.
But it doesn't sound as though you've taken any measure. I believe your question requires more time and experience than you've committed to it thus far. Not a criticism, simply an observation. Many things, but everyone has their own definition of interesting. What's yours? A friend of yours? Oh, alright. I couldn't say. I'm above the bazaar, not of it. The natural tides of commerce, boatmen unloading goods, porters delivering pallets, customers. I'm sorry to do this.
Просьба.
You see that fire exit over there?
Не уверен, что понимаю, где он находится, но допустим.
Some scufflaw has wedged it open with a pelota ball. That's correct. Because my job keeps me here. If I were caught off the pylon, it would give the tram company grounds to terminate me. Thank you. Depends on your definition of... There's an unmoored boat that's been floated. There doesn't seem to be a driver or any crew. Sometimes the wind carries an awful noise from it up to my ear. Guttural and aggressive. Like some kind of primordial steel beast is locked in battle with a diseased swamp pig.
Кабан какой-нибудь.
If I had to choose, then I would say the steel beast would be my favorite combatant. By definition, there can be no reasonable explanation for disorder. Perhaps.
Тут ворота, это выход обратно на базар. Получается. Интересно, что это? Опа, а вон и кабан, кстати. Так, ну можно засейвиться, что он поговорит.
The gate is bound to the pole by a thin steel chain. The gap between leaves little room for passage. Rust speckles your finger. A system compromised at the subatomic level. We're gonna need tools for this one. You push the gate. The metal creaks, but it doesn't move. It's held fast by a rusty chain.
Придется болторез.
The gate creaks.
И нет болтореза. Есть только меч. Так. Ага, вот столушка, значит, вот здесь ночь.
The fire exit stands conspicuously ajar. You raise your hand to wave at the engineer on his pylon. He waves back. It's a pelotable. The local Pelotables are not designed for use as doorstops. Someone has elevated this ball to contraption status. It's just a ball in a door. Nobody is paying any suspiciously nonchalant. They're just going about their days. A dark hallway. At the opposite end, you can just make out the bottom of a metal staircase.
Ну, я же дурак,
The
правильно?
tableau.
Естественно, я туда пойду.
The fire exit room. You emerge into the dark insides of a deceased mechanical beast. The sticker on the panel reads, Propriedade de Renotel, in the center. Inside, you find a dirt-covered computer terminal above the gridwork of corroded wires. The ancient terminal groans. System waking. Please wait. Welcome to Renotel Control version 1.2. Copyright 87 Renotel. Enter command. The artery before you connects to every device connected to the Renotel. The text cursor highlights the blank space. Ask it. That's a text cursor. When you type in a sequence of characters, it recognizes as a... You step away from the...
Короче, пока не закрываем. Так я бы, наверное, пошел к человеку, рассказал. Про 9.
You again. Any updates on the 9? But how can that be? A gentleman from the Carabineros said it would...
A handsome foreigner. The Carabiner.
You'd think with all the MTER money this place has gotten, they'd have fixed their aerotrams. What am I supposed to do now? I was simply passing through on my way back home to Sundark. I had been working in Copablanco, but the work...
His eyes dark, ever so...
That was more than a week ago, and, well, here I am. There used to be a more direct route via Havergelia, but the border has been closed. It's not so easy to get around as it used to be, you know. I'm a political economist, by training.
It must be said, this is the most handsome political economist you've ever encountered.
Well versed in theoretical and quantitative approaches. No, I must say my combination of the two is rather exceptional. Ah, you're shallow. I see. No, I'd say for a Sunnis man, I'm at best median. Well, not in so many words. How to put this? You're surely familiar with the concept. A somewhat rich, older lady wants a nice Meanwhile, a clean, well-behaved man from the periphery wants to see the world, but lacks the necessary capital.
If a woman of means wants him over other options, that makes him a luxury. He likes that.
Where else can one find men so clean, attentive, strong, and
He seems slightly offended that you're not already familiar with the...
In other circumstances, I believe it could have worked out brilliantly, but alas, in my case, endogenous factors conspired to thwart my domestic bliss. What can I say? Sunnis are both practical and romantic. A man by mail, a direct order dick. There are many names for it, some more vulgar than others. I offer companionship and a fair trade. If you consider it as a set of transactions, love's really no more than an economic problem. I will tell you, madame, it was the lapdogs. All 6 of them. My betrothed, she wanted them to watch our lovemaking, my cleaning and housework, my lectures on recent advances in microfinance. Wherever I turned, at one moment I wondered whether I was there for her pleasure or theirs. That's when I realized I need to escape Copablanco as soon as possible. Back to Sunzak, very far from here. Maybe I'll go to work for my brother, or maybe I'll sign up for a term on the...
Being sent to organize among the lunar cadmium miners is a common punishment for political offenses in the People's Republics. A man turns back to his suit.
Так, ну и с ним мы закончили. Собственно, попытались ему помочь, еще и узнали про его жизнь. Да. Так, следующая наша зацепка это человек на катере. Вот только как к нему попасть?
The gate stands before you.
Это та же самая
The
дверь.
gate.
Окей.
You, Carmona demands answers.
Шо?
Carmona saw you scaling that pylon, speaking to the creep at its top. He's been spying on us all, day in, day out. Are you in leagues with him? Oh. Well, engineering is good work, proper. But Carmona will not take comfort in that. Here.
Квест выполнен, даже учитывая, что это его не брал. Ладно.
Some comfort in return.
Крутые перчатки. Персонализм хладнокровия.
Well,
She lowers her voice.
the dock workers suspected they found an agent of the Weeping Eye working
Мгм.
right here in the
То
bazaar.
есть это не просто так. Спрошу нас про то, что не
Found
шпион.
him taking Lucian money. Carmona doesn't believe it, though, Menina. They got the wrong man. He bought a beautiful coat from Carmona's stall just last week.
The dock workers must have had more information on him. Find out what you can. If there are weeping eye here, you need to know why.
They're Lucian, Menina. Bazaar's full of bootlegs. They're keeping an eye on their wares. It would never. It was a trench coat, multicolored, but predominantly.
The man in photo 24. By the weeping eye that close to you already. He was at photo 24 and your double was incapacitated.
And he always had a camera. Ask yourself, Menina. Would a weeping eye man walk? This is all a matter of taste. And not that. He was like a son to me, Menina. But no, never got his teeth. Very well.
Понятно.
Afraid no, Menina. That poor girl. You're working with that nice boy. He was fine super block suit. I should have known you. I sent him to the docks west of here. Head boatman there reports directly to the bazaar manager, in charge of imports, exports. Maybe he knows where he went. Bazaar's closing soon, Menina. Don't...
Еще немножко полезной информации. И по сути все, базар закончился. В меню настроек игры доступна функция учебник юного шпиона. Неплохо. Получается, мне как-то в доках надо искать. Но не очень понятно. Где именно? 6 волков. О, ну вот он похоже. Я даже не знаю, как в прошлый раз прошел.
The man gives no indication of registering your presence, but he's aware you're here.
No, it's not. But it's a good one. Help you with something?
His jacket's been patched over many times. Storied.
Surprised you did. It's got some of the local sailors scared. Not sure. One man, trustworthy guy.
A jolt of fear snaps through you, writing itself across. Unclear if he noticed. He sniffs idly, rolling the cigarette between his lips.
Wouldn't like to guess. Might just be another drunkard's tale. Ah, why not? Ever heard of Karuk's Fall? One of the deepest sea trenches out there. Might be the deepest. Even Sun's arc-sounding vessels haven't confirmed its depth. There's a shadow in the depths. Bigger than any ship. Sailors die. Could be a massive coral ridge. Maybe a large guyo. But the reports I know of agree on two things. First, the shadow moves. Maybe. But if so, it's territorial. A deep sea whale, and the second thing. Some sailors swear they've seen lights far below. Not always, but when the sea's dark enough. Blinking. Rostamian folklore calls it a deep mesa. A giant of sorts. A protect. Anyway, stories are stories. Whatever's on that unmoored boat,
An old, low-slung workhorse with tar patches, welded plates, and mismatched boards.
and worse ones. Just happen to be. He's got a few more years left in him. Old man. And I'm not complaining.
His chin dips once.
Are you asking for yourself? Or for the kids? Neither. Though if I had any, priority would go to... I've seen a crate or two pass by months ago, but nothing since. Even the lads who sailed close to Luz say supplies scared. Sure. Part of the problem is they're tough to bootleg. The closest place to my bootlegging aside. La Luz seems to have kept the supplies low. Could be intentional. You come across any of the cops? Let the kids have a look, yeah? Make their day. Depends. Some are produced locally. Textile's the easiest to replicate. There's small manufacturers scattered along the Nos Corrientes coast. Families with presses, off-book factories. Other crates have to cross a few borders. Easier than you might think. The Lusians, they...
Insidious imperialism. Today, the soft power.
So long as they get a cut. Foreign regulations have made that...
Treaties, obligations to foreign banks and bureaucracies. Third party, a big gang where no one's your friends. And there's always more palms to grace.
At the hand of some enterprising people. I'm sure there's more important things for us to discuss. Sure. A collie.
Go on. There's a lot of coming and going in the bazaar.
A decent performance, but you have notes.
Did they? Ah, right. The twitchy communist.
We'll have a talk with the vendors later today.
Yeah, your colleague was here. As you can see, socks, mostly. Not really my problem.
Now, stop circling each other. Commit.
And he must have been a spy with the Operant Bureau. Like you.
A still moment from a nearby rooftop. The sound of children playing.
Sometimes the past gets ahead of you. Falls so far. Anyway, your colleague seemed upstanding.
End of the line. The pseudopod terminus. He bounced off this man and landed somewhere in oblivion.
Very much so. Probably do with it. But he did all right.
A polite round of applause for the support act.
So it's partner now. He wanted the same thing as you do, I assume. A meet with the boss man.
Яєчко навков еще.
Even before you ask the question, the outline of a name is forming.
Tempo del Sur.
Your cerebrospinal fluid turns to liquid refrigerant. Tempo del Sur, mid-tier deity in the local underworld, and once your asset, cryptonym Taxman, also someone you once called a friend.
By name. Your colleague was very keen to speak to the boss. I had to turn him away.
8%.
He lowers his head.
Так. Ну что, опять ролим? Ты такие бананы любишь. Желтые.
The smuggler inclines his head in silent recognition.
Ну, явно не 6.
Because Pseudopod didn't possess your killer mindset.
That's good to know. Among many...
Your mindset has gotten you nowhere. But
Меня прокатило.
the smuggler inclines his head in silent recognition. Because
Вот, блин, у меня очки навыка 2. Сейчас заметил внизу. Так. Да. Это инстинкт был. Вот, или в братве. А, вот устойчивость к давлению. Да, это братва. Братву я бы, наверное, не качал. Может, по этику тогда? Или технофлекс. Он пусть будет технофлекс. Шпионаж. И смотри, хотя сенсорик очень редко используется. Ладно, наверное, архивы. Так. Теперь еще надо засейвиться. Я забыл,
The
что
smuggler
там
inclines his
за
head in
кулисы.
He lowers. The smuggler inclines. He lowers his head.
Что с один класс. Не понял. А, у меня меч из рук забрали. Так. Теперь хотя бы 2 закулисья. Уже не один, уже лучше.
The smuggler
Сколько
inclines
шанс?
his head in silent
16, не
recognition.
8. Нормально.
Because Pseudopod didn't possess your killer mind there, Operan. The smuggler inclines his head in silent recognition.
Так, десятка нужно. Окей. Понятно. Все как обычно, все, что меньше четверки, меня не устраивает. В первый я имею в виду.
The smuggler inclines his head.
Ну да, единица прекрасно.
The smuggler inclined.
Yeah. Whole kingdom.
Я случайно наводил.
Tempo had many criminal-grade contacts in the loom.
Tempo's boss man. Big picture stuff. His new underboss keeps things tough. Teenage girl. 16. Maybe 17. But knows the score. Promising young. She's here and there. Be lucky to catch her though. Fast footwork. Man's got a way of rallying people around him. Friends, allies, losing underworld contacts.
Опа,
Doesn't
я
go in
шансы
for
повысил.
sleep much either.
Теперь у меня 27.
Bossman is the bazaar. He's everywhere.
You know a stone wall when you smack off one. He's waiting for you to put something together. He lowers his
Так. Пока увеличили шансы, надо засейвиться.
The smuggler inclines his head.
Запись увеличил.
Because Pseudopod didn't possess your killer mind there, Operan. The smuggler inclines his head in silent recognition.
Если про платежок рассказать.
I know the prick. He's not for weeping eye. Still, one of our own taking bribes from the eye. Doesn't get much darker than someone getting within throat-slitting range of the boss. That's for why they're on your heel. Can only assume they know Tempo reached out to you.
He nods slowly. You catch an impression of his eye.
Tempo was very specific. At least he was to me. Cascade or nothing. He didn't want the opera.
Интересно.
Tempo called for help, for cavalry. Shards of both past and present collide. 1. Tempo, cryptonym taxman, your dormant asset. Contacts the opera. Intent unknown. Information unknown. Request. Meeting with operant Cascade. Only Cascade. 2. Cascade status frozen. Duration in perpetuum. Opera issues directive. Dispatch lead operant to 3. Pseudopod. Active in theatre. Assignment. They wanted Pseudopod to become Tempo's new handler. You were just here to smooth. They farmed out your asset, your friend, to some trouserless. 4. Pseudopod fails to meet with Taxman. Requests Cascade. 5.
Короче, потихоньку у
Timeline
нас
disrupted.
картинка складывается.
Unknown. Pseudopod. Status changes to lost. 6. Cascade. Status changes to reanimated. Operant arrives in theatre, unbriefed, unassigned, and questions coagulate. But at this, you knew it all along. One of your
Here's how I see it. Or maybe the weeping eye come in heavy, start cracking skulls. Tempo gets a wild look in his eye and follows it out the door. You two spirits appear out of nowhere. I'm Rustami, brought up to follow codes. I can't follow a code.
He's rattled and not used to the sound of rattling.
Thanks. Do you know the way out? That's our biggest problem. Tempo's gone. Vanished. That's his office up there. Tempo HQ. It's been locked since he disappeared. No one in, no one out. I'd rather leave the guesswork to others. I've worked for him for the past 4 years. He's never left without a warning, not to mention instructions. I don't. Wasn't it?
He was hoping you could make sense of it.
Well, makes a couple of us. Extremely, to hear Tempo tell it. Recently, he had...
Maybe it was company he wanted. A chance to palm away the frost and peer into the old days. For some, that count.
A week or so back. Since then, nothing. Because it's locked.
And from the other side, only silence.
Tempo's life is in there. What he could organize of it, at least. When you're done,
Come straight to me. Never cross my path.
when you're done. He came back. Had to turn him away 4 times. After that, I lost track of him. He didn't exactly walk off with purpose. No, he didn't actively threaten me. Nor did I find him.
He lowers his head.
Короче, я и так узнал все, что мне надо. Без прохождения проверки. Ну что, дело продвигается потихоньку. Реально думал, что будет намного сложнее докопаться.
The steel door to Tempo's office is before you. You step back.
Я так и понял, что это она. Так, что будем попробует что-нибудь с ней сделать.
You stand before Tempo's door once. No response. Silence from the other side. You get no answer. No twitch or shuffle behind the metal. No answer. Silence. A brief tremor runs through. Humans dominate doors every day. Stop. Don't enter. Don't break this seal. This doesn't have to be yours. You step back.
Так. 58 хороший шанс.
You
Давай
stand
сначала
before
попробуем
Tempo.
просто
It's
открыть.
locked. Then stop being so polite. Gang ho. The frame screams in protest and
Да. Место
a
выглядит так
ruined
себе.
sofa with a sad story to tell. The air hums. This is a spy's death. No hope. Far too. Update. Asset taxman was unknown. Now zeroed out. Multiple assailants going by the footprints. The stereo system is facing away from the sofa. Think about this suboptimal room layout for a moment. It's much easier than looking at the blood. The aftermath was the point. This is a warning. At the start, at least. You imagine him getting his last legs in, dying roaring, slower than they betted on. The blood is curdled and cracked, the colour of old brick. The way espionage crises always go. People collide in slow motion, gripping the outer edges half blind. Bodies mount, telephones ring. Mere minutes into the match and the away crowd. Enemies too.
Вообще зря я туда ответил.
Cascade.
А, нет, я думал, сейчас будет какой-нибудь плюс напряжения. Или типа того.
On the desk are a grey notebook, an e-term. Next to the frame is an eye with a long single tear. It's soft and ringed. The word accounts is written across the top. A thicket of serial numbers, dates, columns and rows cover the page. You notice the handwriting completely changes in the more recent entries. The first dates back years, harsh-lined, heavy-handed, all tempos. The second set is an elaborate looping cursive. Some of the eyes have little hearts instead of dots.
Девчонка писала.
There are none. The first set of handwriting even uses the word cunt with the same wild abandon as the second. The heart suggests a compassionate touch, maybe even a human relations department. A list of names, titles and compens. Ignatz could be the individual of flexible loyalties that Carmuna mentioned. Rent, utilities and other minor operating costs, including travel. Multiple instances of you avert your gaze. As you turn the frame around, dust falls and a blade of light momentarily obliterates the row of faces presented. Inside your stomach, spied, a surprise attack launched from your own past. Here you all are. Taxman.
Я здесь на фото типа самый слева.
Estoc. Virtue. Cascade. Radiant. Kindred. Holocene. Your former network, known to the Opera as. Unknown to you, as those friends you left to die. Your people. None of them meet your eye, apart from you. They were counting on you, and you abandoned them. While they thought of you, you thought only of yourself. You selfish little child. What a thoughtful gesture. Very late. But you slipped the photo out of the frame, into your pocket. A fatal case of sentimentality, leading cause of death among all. He wanted to keep you all around. You did what the assignment called. Some memories warp and bend with handling. Dissimulate and dissociate all you like. It doesn't change anything. Too late. Fading lights in the fog. Beneath the photo. The window to your right. Did someone... The desk is as you left it. The crying powder eye stares at you. It is a signal. The eye watches you. The silence in the room agrees. Your eyes turn. It doesn't turn on. You turn from the desk. The desk is as the crying powder eyes. Your finger returns to you with a dusting of white. Nothing good or bad happens. The eye is no longer. You turn from the desk. You can make out an impression of the bazaar beyond the window. You gather up your sleeve and exhale onto the window, where your breath reveals a clear handprint in the dust. You raise your hand and place it gently onto... That is not Tempo's hand. You are late to the party, and the after party. Across the canal is the district of Lower Vudas, a haggling mess of... Nighttime finds the bazaar nearly empty. You observe a few teenagers and individuals, just like the former overseers of Silk Number 3, standing at this window, or signs of the revolutionary consciousness organizing itself. He is stained all around you. Best he can do. An unusual shape breaks the pattern. A large orange figure, glancing up at the office. The man from the photo shop. The weeping eyes errand boy. Of course, in espionage. Known to the opera as the whole sick crew.
Прям реально этот... Какой-то у нас тут шпионский триллер. Опа. Чуть не знаю, что не могу сделать, но ладно.
A click somewhere inside. The world slows. A sudden release of danger. Line up. You lock eyes with the man from the photo shop. He cradles something within his cup. His words return. A little photo should not count as a crime. The time to act is now.
Интересно.
Two paths are before you. Go straight or go down. Engage functional invisibility and waltz right out in front of his eyes. Become translucent. Refract light. Functional invisibility is an advanced cognitive maneuver. These tactics are not officially recognized by the Operant Bureau, though operants share rumors of their success.
Я могу прямо сейчас менять шмотки. Так, там, по-моему, координацию, да? Да. Не могу. Могу только посмотреть.
Your muscles tense.
Так. Сейчас надо понять, в какой момент автосейв произошел.
A click somewhere inside.
Уже не могу, ладно. Нет. Надеть забыл. Так.
A click somewhere. A sudden release. Danger. You lock eyes with the man from the... He cradles some... His words return. The time to act is now. Two paths. Engage. Become... Functional invisibility is an advanced cognitive maneuver. These tactics are not officially recognized by the Operant Bureau, though operants share rumors of their success.
Я что-то не вижу шанс. О, успех.
Your muscles tense up in anticipation. For a moment, the void and weightlessness of out some right bad verse on this, then gravity kicks in. You do not fall, you descend. The shockwave is tremendous and silent as it travels up, out, and around. You're evading the line of sight for now, but not for long. You're out of his sight line for now.
Достаточно хороший шанс пройти. +2, кстати, за то, что помог Кармуне. Кайф, ну... Давайте попробуем.
There are many objects in this box. Your hands caress a variety of head coverings, ultimately stopping on a shiny, luminous visor. No, it brings out... Greasy, awkward, and dressed in a gaudy multicolored coat, the man stands now. His gaze glides cleanly over you.
И он тут.
Try not to get carried away. He's still here. You hear the whine of a 50s.
Yo, Obricant, this way.
Спасибо за то, что палишь. Ну это зам получается темпа. Нет. Небольшое значение. Охотница за извращенцем. Нет отличия от двери. Ну ладно, чё, координация. Выбросить единицу мощно, конечно. Действительно с боем.
Your body crackles with electricity as you batter your foe into... His eyes light up in fear.
Пусть выглядит как несчастный случай.
The tuk-tuk bleats its horn.
Come on, time to move.
The man's hand slips out of his coat. He grips a camera tightly to himself.
Ну что, конечно, интересно все развивается.
You race towards
Я
the
говорю,
waiting
действительно
tuk-tuk
такой
and
шпионский
hoist
триллер
yourself
тут.
up.
Спортивная квартира. Так, ну... Все. Давай поболтаем.
One of those nights. Hans akimbo.
The girl gives you a quick, not exactly Ouroboros black, Tempo's brand.
And you must be his so-called friend, Herschel. That was the almost fucked it wagon. Welcome one never showed up. Tempo said you'd be late, by the way. But that you definitely come. All of it's gone wrong. Someone took Tempo out. The whole way out. Who do you think found the blood? He's dead. Turbo dead. Sorry. We all knew it was coming one way or another. Like Tempo used to say himself, no one in gets out alive.
This is a brave face, for your sake.
Trust no cunt. That's my red line policy these days.
Ну, не знаю.
Trust me, this is the
Типа,
best way to
логично.
protect them. We've been attacked, Herschel. Beaten, all ends up. Bazaar's a war economy now. Tempo had enemies in every direction. Take your pick. If it wasn't the Azzurri mob, it was the Weeping Eye. If it wasn't the Weeping Eye, it was the Carabineros. If it wasn't the Carabineros, fuck you care anyway. Tempo always called you a friend. 5 years, no words, some friend. Yeah, but everyone says that, because it's easy to say.
From a nearby apartment, the muffled sound of a...
Anyway, he's gone. So now it's me.
The girl's studies are half dead. You can hear her silence. Don't trust you with the big stuff yet. Fuck off.
The ritual, obviously. Has it started yet, or what?
That's your cue to know what this is.
Cascade or nothing. Tell her Taxman is ready to begin the ritual. That was Tempo's message to the opera. What's it mean?
Если бы я знал.
Horoscope brings up 0 matches in the Tempo archives. It's a Tempo styling for something significant. All gravitas and enigma.
I would, actually. I just saw you in action. I thought you were high up in the opera or something. Tempo said you were top floor.
Uh-oh. Tempo didn't know they shelved you after 91. He thought you were still respected, revered even.
What's that mean? Are you still a spy? Thanks for the honesty. But the way Tempo talked about you, I'm glad he's not a...
So are you.
You're supposed to be the Great Cascade. Pockets full of answers. All my cards coming up.
The girl closes her eyes, then opens them.
Quiet, Herschel. I sense the presence of spirits.
She is
True.
iced over with sarcasm.
Yes, I hear them. They're close. They're whispering. Ritual's completely fucked. It's gone. Unless... Before Temple got knuckle flicked off the board, he was setting up a massive deal with someone way high up. My best guess? This ritual's all tied up in that. Temple called it a blow for culture in defiance of all known laws. And he said that if he fucked this one, the Weeping Eye would... Seems that prophecy is coming to pass. Temple was first, a blood sacrifice in his own office. Next is me.
With your old friend. It was never one deal. Always a tangle of side bets, optional riders, and overlapping interests, arranged in such a way that Tempo always wound up across the table from himself.
Risk you take with friends like Tempo. But this thing, he thought you'd be proud of him. I don't think you were the intended playee here. He'll come around. Secret jail or some shit. Out of reach. This ancient prick disappears a couple of weeks back. Gets snatched. Said some hyper-incriminating shit into the phone that everyone knows is tapped. Extremely schoolboy error. Tempo's on the other end. Hears him get taken. Black bag job. Now he's locked up in some secret jail, saying who knows what to who knows who. Right. Malin said her dad turned into thin air.
Все верно.
She doesn't smile much anymore. Not a great look when you're trying to sell parties to people. You should see her Yeah, it's right under the flashing neon sign that's... Sorry. It's been a tense couple of weeks. I don't know where this jail is. Spy stuff, your world. I'm useless. This old guy getting snatched really spooked Temple. Like weapons-grade coke binge spooked. Last time I saw him, he was bleeding out of his nose and talking very seriously about fate. Correct. You've got me in this safe house, and I've got you. Not on coke, but I am spooked to fuck. You need to find this old Lucian guy and either... If this ancient prick spills on our massive deal, we're all fucked.
This is her way of asking for help. She needs a friend.
Thanks. And fuck those opera cunts. What do they know? Tempo always called you the best. Take him at his word. He said you'd come through for him too. For us. So find that old prisoner, Herschel, and come through. Tempo was gonna get the old guy out of Luth via Portofino. Exit papers and all. Whole new you type of package. He was good at moving people and making them up. The techno-fascist nursing home? Who knows? Probably death in some form. Something he called the Mega Violator.
As she speaks, a tiny highly likely that's not what it's actually called.
I would say conceptual object, but it exists. The illuminated cunt never came through with it, or at least he didn't have the chance. So who knows where that got to? Only shot we got. It's you and me, Herschel.
Her hand reflexively reaches for the cigarette packet jammed into her left bra strap. She smacks the packet. A far too familiar gesture. Something grinds and sparks against the inside of your skull.
А, у меня 83 шанс пройти. Так. Фух. Может, думаю, сейчас шанса 83 не
At
пройду.
the aerotram stop with Tempo, fog-stained and matted with rain. The final... He smacked the packet on the side of his head before offering you a smoke. You do it too sometimes, without realizing it.
We hosed here, Hush? Firm grip needed. These things tend to bite and scratch. Anything from our dream kid?
Kindred. unreachable for the last 16 hours. The screech and groan of your...
You should probably get on that. Don't worry about me, I'll be alright. Take care, you do.
Yo, ground control to Herschel. You look like my grandmother during an absent seat. Closer than most, I would say. Yeah. Thank you for noticing. My name's Yana, and I'm the fucking man.
Пока уйти, чтобы засейвиться. После пройденных хотя бы одной проверки.
Stray spies still wandering around, looking for their
Теперь можно
forever home.
продолжить.
On account of my many enemies. I've got a lot more problems than the ones you're bringing me. And I've got solutions to those problems in motion. Retrieve from the photo on Temple's desk. That was all of you, right? The whole sick crew? Thought so. Not a lot. That you were good, that you had something together, and that it was a shame how it all went down. Slowly, then all at once. They got the girl first, he said. Carolina. Then the floor gave way. No, I don't think so. Good things go sideways. This is straight. You were friends, right? You go down with your friends and you all go together. How it's always been. Ignatz, area clown with shit taste in jackets. He used to work at the bazaar till Temple sacked him. For being a clown, officially. And unofficially, for maybe going in with the weeping eye. Who knows? Temple was saying a lot of strange things at the very... Either way, Kuntz just bought himself a lifetime ban from the bazaar. Welcome to the delinquent heap.
His second banning that you've been witness to. He's a ban magnet.
All right, Herschel. Psychologize me. Probably where I left them.
Push a little harder and she'll open up. This girl wants to tell you things.
Who are you, social services? Fuck off. Probably where I left.
Push a little harder and she'll open up. This girl wants to tell...
Last time I checked. Mom's a swimming instructor. My dad creates radio jingles for a local station. Some of Dad's jingles have stayed in people's heads for years. I'll check in on them someday. Yeah, I did some odd job shit around there. Admin stuff for Tempo. Became his assistant, basically. I'm a criminal prodigy. Best in show. Fleet of fucking foot. I was just Yana. The bazaar took me in. Tempo kept me. We had a professional arrangement. Now we have an extremely personal one. I was here. That's all. I'm retired. Government education is for losers. They're never gonna teach you the most important thing in life. How to make fucking moves. Hold on. Don't I get another name? Like how Tempo was...
Could go with Tax Girl. Strong thematic resonance.
Well, just give me your magnum secundus. You can do it. And it better not be Tax Girl, or I'll... Speak your piece.
2%. Потребуется чудо.
Keep your powder dry.
Так, сейчас попробуем. Где-то тут была поэтика. Вот. А подожди, мне поэтика нужна. А чё так много тогда? У меня и так тройка. Что вам тут много надо? Так. Может, у меня где-то минусы? Не, минусов нет. Короче, что-то 16 многовато от меня требует. Еще попробуем выбросить.
Stray spies still wandering around
8%.
looking for their forever.
11 надо, ну это прям пиздец.
Names are easy. Just
Молодежь. Ладно, давайте сейчас наролим имя и на самом деле на сегодня закончим. Сегодня тоже такой небольшой стрим.
Stray spies still wandering
На
around
самом деле
looking
просто
for
надо
their
чуть-чуть
forever
по работе
home.
на сегодня сделать. Сегодня такой небольшой, но
names are easy. Just go with.
продвинулись, мне кажется, мы прям очень хорошо за сегодня. И новые квестики получили, и немножко старых позакрывали, и с людьми пообщались, и сюжет капец как двинули.
Still wandering around. Stray spies
Единственное,
still
перед тем, как закончится, еще загуглю. Если здесь... Бля, почти.
Names are.
Если здесь какое-то ограничение по дням, потому что у нас первый день до сих пор. По идее, уже поспать, отдохнуть стоило бы. Блин, 16 это реально слишком много хотят.
Stray spies still wandering around looking for.
Конечно, понимаешь, что там 5-6 этот бонусы сильно увеличивает от предметов.
Stray
Но
spies
тем не
still wa-
менее. Все равно 16 это очень много.
Na-
Но мы заролим. Сейф скэминг он такой.
Stray spies.
Ну, я же сказал.
A good cryptonym reveals nothing, yet
Yo-yo.
means everything. The seeming arbitrariness of the sign only strengthens.
Why's that? Don't hate it. Yo, it is. Good job, Cascade.
Все,
Keep your powder dry.
прекрасно. Все, на этом можем заканчивать. Сейчас только загуглю про количество дней. Влияет ли это на что-нибудь? Или может у нас просто есть ограничения по времени, типа у тебя 15 дней, иначе тебя обнулят. Всякое может быть. Так, Zero Parades. Количество дней. Бля, мне время прохождения нашло. Это не то. Zero Parades, количество дней не жестко ограниченный сюжет. В этом ключевое отличие от Disco Elysium. В Disco Elysium было какое-то ограничение по дням, разве? И я что-то такого не помню. Ладно, допустим. Так, нет таймера. Не раскрутить, пропустить какой-то важный квест. Можно бесконечно проматывать время. Окей. Сюжет движется по расписанию персонажей. Ну, это я видел, да, что там у всех плюс-минус есть время, когда они доступны. Угу. Ну, короче, никакого влияния нет. Это хорошо. Это просто цифра, которая не влияет ни на что. Прекрасно. 602 минуты. Ух. Вот. Ну что, на сегодня все, собственно. Я думаю, завтра продолжим. Вот завтра, я надеюсь, стрим будет побольше. Что я успею все сделать за рабочее время, а не как сегодня. Ну, а всем, кто смотрел стрим, всем спасибо. Всем пока.